Hello, my friends, and welcome to the bench, to the room, to the wall, and it's an exciting day. Yes, it is. It is the long-awaited release of my airbrush, the Swallowtail Barbatos-Rex Gaahleri airbrush, and there it is. We are going to go over all the details of it. We're going to go over all the features and unboxing. There's my name on the box, also my Mecha Empire logo. Here's the back, shows all the features. We're going to show all this at the bench. So, very excited. The story behind this is I reviewed their airbrushes early in the year, way early in the year. It was still cold out, I think. I'm here in New England. And it like really good feedback. The brushes got good feedback, and the company wrote me right away, and they were impressed with the video, and they appreciated me because I sold quite a few for the company. And they said, "Is there anything we could do for you?" And I said, "How about an airbrush with my name on it?" I'm thinking just putting my name on one. And they said, "How about we work one out? We'll design one that's specific for you." I said, "All right." Then we went back and forth, and this is overnight because they're overseas, and the communication is. It took a little bit, but they finally got rolling, and this is what we landed on. It's an all-in-one. Meaning 3 needle sizes, high quality, very high quality build. It's got a handle. We went with a handle because all the airbrushes seem to be the traditional pen style, and there's not many high end with the trigger, and then you end up going up to spray guns after that, and which this will emulate with the size 0.7 millimeter. So we went with a small, medium, and a very large needle, and all in the box, and an incredible price. And yeah, I'm very excited for this. You guys are going to love this. We're going to have the links. We're going to have a sale code for it, everything. We're going to flip this camera around. We're going to hit the bench, and we're going to show you all the features, and we're going to paint a bunch of parts, and I'll show you how to tear it down and switch out the needle. Anyway, let's head over to the bench. I'm going to hit this button right here to pause the camera, and here we go. All right, here we are at the bench. Here is the box I showed you earlier. This is the A series, 0.28 mil, 0.5 mil, 0.7. Gaahleri, this is the co-artist series between the two companies. And check this out, it's got a magnetic box. And here is, on the back of the lid, a breakdown of every part, should you need any. Available at the website, Gaahleri.com. Look at that. It has O-rings and washers throughout, which is really fantastic. And it even comes with, here they are, even comes with a set of them, as always for the company, one of their features. All right. Here is the instruction manual in a folder. On the back, my letter to the company, my signature. Read that, guys, when you get it. Check this out. Beautiful instructions on all the basics. If you're getting poor paint patterns, it tells you what to do, how to swap out the needles, how to clean it. All the features, anything you need to know. Troubleshooting, where to add the lubricant. It comes with lubricant, I'll show you that. And there's a little hole, a little spot where it goes. So really, really fantastic. So let's pull off this foam here. Don't lose the washers. Let me put this out of the way. And here it is in the box. This is everything you get. Now installed is the 0.28 millimeter needle and nozzle. Here is the 0.5 with both the little nozzle head and the outer nozzle. Same here with the 0.7, and there are the 2 needles. They're both labeled down here, and the 2 cup sizes are here. And here's the lubricant I showed you, where you put some in up here. I think it's preloaded with some. So you are good to go. Now let's compare this to, oh, little cap there, nice cap on the front. I'm going to compare this to their other, let's get this out of the way actually, their other trigger airbrush. It's right over here to show you it is a completely designed from the ground up airbrush. Obviously the handle is different. Very comfortable handle. Both have the quick release built in. Comes with it. You can remove it if you want. But see, the back shaft here is completely different. Going to the trigger, stamped steel. You can see it's kind of hollow here. It's a stamped steel trigger on the Barbatos-Rex Swallowtail. It is, ready? Here we go. There we go. Look, solid aluminum. Look at that. And very comfortable, smooth action. And up to the front, you can see it's a much slender, coming to a tapered point there on their advanced, whereas real beefy at the front of mine. Almost like a spray gun, protective cap here if you want to use that. If you want to take it off, you can get nice and close for fine lines. All right, now we'll put this on for now. We'll take it off when we attempt a fine line. Let me get the original advanced out of the way here. Okay, so now for changing the needle and nozzle, we'll do that in a minute, but I'm going to show you how right now. You want to hold the black, take her out. Now you don't even have to do this because of the cutaway. I'm going to show you why you don't have to in a second. You can unscrew it from here without removing. What I'm showing you is this feature, which I like. Come on. A few airbrushes have the feature if you have this type of nozzle in the front, and there it is. That's what I wanted to show you. You can take it out from the front. So if you're spraying with really heavy, say my 2K clears or a heavy primer, pull out the front, you'll protect the inner workings instead of pulling it back. I haven't had a problem with early tests with this because the washers in this are really good. And just running a quick flush, and I pull it out just to see how it looks, and everything looks spotless. So it really does a good job of cleaning itself. And here is the patented nozzle, the head of the nozzle. See, it's got the 8 chambers all around. Very efficient for low air requirements. It just drops right in. And that's what you're going to do when you go to change it. I will show you the quick change when I go ahead and put in the other nozzles. So what I'm going to do is, let's get this back in here. Oh, and it's a spring steel, so you can bend it. You know, don't bend it in half, but it can take a good bending there and come up winning there. Not be affected at all. Okay, here's what we're going to do as far as painting it goes. We're going to paint the .28 with, I figure we use this. Hold on one second. Had to hit the cough button, just like in Torque Radio. X4, we're going to use some blue here from Tamiya. We'll go with some fine lines here and to see how it sprays a small Gunpla piece, like this part right here. And then we'll see how it sprays chrome, which needs a fine needle. So we'll use this Hyperchrome here from SMS over this gloss black base, which I sprayed with this spray gun earlier. Look how good it sprayed. Isn't look at that. So you can see how good it sprays already. And then we're going to step up to a Gaia paint. We'll use this Frame Arms Girl blue that just came in. Beautiful color. What's it called? Stylet Armor Blue. Look at that. And that's an early test because the Gaia tests are coming up. And we'll see how it sprays across a wider area. So we'll go with this medium to large foot piece to this rudder from an aircraft. So that's the .5. We'll see how that sprays. And we'll spray a spoon too. And then we're going up to the .7. We'll see how it lays down some primer on a really wide surface. Look at this wing. Same kit. I think it's a B-17 bomber. So, yeah, we're going to put some primer over this using the large needle. And the ultimate test, Creatix Colors Wicked Colors. These are very thick, but you can shoot them directly out of the jar without thinning them. And but I found when I thinned these, because I had to, I didn't have a big enough needle, they never quite looked like what I've seen these things painted as. They look great out of the bottle. And we are going to pour some in directly. You can hear that it's thick right there. We're going to paint this right out of the jar into the cup with the .7. I'm going to spray a spoon. We'll see if it lays it down. And those will be the 3 needles. So let me go ahead. I'm going to grab a cup here. We'll grab the smaller cup. We don't need too much. This has the polished cups like the other A series. Check that out. Easy to clean. All right, that just goes on right here. Oops, so we're going to put the tail end on here. All right, that's it. I'm going to prep some of these paints. We're going to meet you at the booth. We're going to start off with the .28. We're going to get some fine lines, and we're going to spray these parts. And, yeah, wait till you guys see this in action. All right, guys, here we are at the booth. Let's go with X4. Oop, there we go. Tamiya blue. I happen to wear my Tamiya shirt. I just realized it. So let's go ahead. Check out this Gunpla piece. We are at 18 PSI. I could probably go even lower. I'm not worried about the inside here. Just going to show you the quality of the atomization when we're done. Sorry guys, is it auto-focusing? I'm trying to see. There we go. Here we go. I'll show you at the bench. Now we're going to go over. Why don't we do a spoon so you guys can see the coverage from the 0.28, which is close to a 3. See, we're getting good coverage right off the bat. I usually do 3 shots, but boy, we could have did this in 2. Let's just go in close, slower. We are done. Beautifully painted spoon. All right, let's try some fine lines. And I guess we can even take the cap off. Let's see if we can do it without taking the cap off. See how close we can get. Yeah, I can probably get in closer if I wasn't holding this thing up. Look at that. And if you have trouble, what you can do is just dial this in. You can see it here. I got a ways to go here. There we go. All right, let's try that. We'll stop it right there. Even that's too much. You gotta use, once you get the feel of it with your finger, you got it made, you know. And what happens is the wind kind of blows back, so you can take the front cap off, and that's when you can come in with your final lines. And what you want to do is, I'm going to bend down here and turn the air down even more. There we go. We're like at a 12 PSI. So now you're not getting as much kickback. Check that out. As I said, I know how to use these things. I know how to paint a model. I know how to mix the paint. I never claimed to be an artist, so forgive any of that. But look at this. No, you know, and I'm holding this wobbly thing. You guys could probably get an even finer than what I'm doing there. So, fantastic. Like I said, I pulled this, you can pull this out till you get used to it. That's what I used to do when I started airbrushing to get smaller details. I was pulling back too far. Let's see how wide we can get this to paint for the 2. Let's get a fresh piece of paper. All right, we're going to go with a spray pattern on each one. So let's go ahead and open this right up. All right, here we go. See, it'll take a few coats to get in. You know, I mean, obviously if I come in close, I'm going to hit it really heavy, you know. But that's about as wide as you're going to get on a 2.8. That's why you do several layers. But boy, it atomizes this paint really, really well. All right, let me pour this back in the jar. I'll pause the camera, and I'm going to show you how we're going to clean this out. All right, I'm going to use lacquer here, but you can use, with Tamiya, you can use rubbing alcohol. Save a lot of money. Buy that at the dollar store. And acetone works too. So we're going to go ahead and just, I dumped it out already. You can see all the blue remnant in there. So we're going to go in here. I like to take what's in here. I like to suck it up, the lacquer thinner, and spray around the edges. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm pulling it up and I'm spraying around the edges. It comes right off because of the mirror cup. And then I like to get all the way in down where the needle is and do like a flushing. Can you see what I'm doing? And it pulls out all the rest of the paint that was probably stuck to the needle and whatnot. Now see this? I have a waste can back here. We get rid of that. We don't want to flush too much back in. All right, we're going to blow this out. That was in. Okay, now we're going to go in with some more clean. Here's what we're going to do. You can cover the front. Make sure you put the cap back on. You're going to stab your finger. We're going to do a little backwash. Even more blue comes out. That should be good. Now you want to dump this out. I'll do it here on screen because I don't like to flush the dirty thinner and paint back through it again, because the whole point here is we're cleaning this thing out, you know. And what happens is once you eventually, probably only takes one or two shots. When you back it up again and you can see that it's coming through clear, you know, then you're good to go. So you're going to take a fresh paper towel, put some more thinner in it, and see if it comes out clear. And we are clear. We're ready for the next color. Right? You can blast it right out. You can dump out what's left. I like to let it finish itself out. The air dries it quickly. Acetone and lacquer thinner dry very fast. That's one of the features of it. Check that out. That was about a minute. I probably could do it even less because I'm showing you guys a couple of things here over through the camera. Once at home, you get this down to about 30 seconds to 45 seconds. You know, let me go ahead and pull the needle out to show you how clean it is. Actually, we'll do that at the bench. We're going to put in the next needle size. I'll show you that now. Sorry guys, we're not at the bench, we're still at the booth. I forgot we're going to spray some hyperchrome. As I went back to the bench, I saw it and I spun back here. Put a little bit in here, we don't need a lot. There we go. Our all-clad gloss black base. Let's see. Uh-oh, looks like it's got some hairs. Let me dust this off for a second, guys. Here we go. All right, here we go. Oops. Hold on, guys. I gotta attach it. I gotta turn the air back up. There we go. I think the plug came out of my compressor. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. The plug came up. When I moved my chair on wheels, it hit the plug and pulled the plug out of the compressor. I've been moving stuff around. If you've seen the room, I'm rearranging it. Right over here is a bunch of Gaia paints that I'm putting on the wall, and that's where the plug was. But when I scooted back to the bench, I pulled the plug. Anyway, here we go. I was going to go without the cap, but I think we can do the cap with this. Let's put the cap back on. All right, here we go. Hyperchrome. I do like this chrome. I've got a couple extra bottles of it. I didn't realize, so I use it on something, and boy, I really do like it. It does put on chrome quite well. This is the nozzle to use, the 0.28. Look at that. All right, that is it. Look at that. Oh, that's great. All right, now I'll head back to the bench. I'll meet you there. We're going to change nozzles. We'll try another paint. All right, my friends, back at the bench. Here we go. We're going to take off the protective cap because that is the same on all three nozzle sets. All right. Now we can pull up from the front. We can go from the back. I'll show you from the front. Why not? But hold on. You think I'm going to be making sure I don't loosen this black part up. You can make sure that stays on there. You got to put it in from the back anyway, so I will loosen the back off. I will loosen the chuck for the needle. Here we go. Watch your finger in the front because we are exposed now. There we go. See how nice and clean it came out? So we keep this aside. I usually put this up here. That's the 2. And we can pull out from the front now. And that stays with the 2. Now we're going to put in the 5 and move on to the next paint. The 5 is right here. All right, this is the tiny nozzle for the front. Oh, there we go. See that? And that will fit into the main nozzle. I'm going to put this back here. Keep everything where it belongs. All right, what we're going to do is just, you can see there's fitting in here. We're going to flip this upside down. And she drops right in. Right in. That's it. Go straight up and down. And your railings are really tight when you first get these things put on really good. There we go. And of course we have to dig in here for the proper needle. Let's see which one it is. It's up here. All right. 0.5. Oops. 0.5. And should have a protective cap on it. It does. Here it is. So we're going to take this, put the cap back in here, and keep that in its spot. All right, and there we go. We're just going to put this in. Oof, tough to pick up with my fat fingers. There we go. Right in. Oh, you can feel it hit the 2 washers on its way up to the front. I push in with my hand as I tighten it. You can also push it against a desk as you tighten it. And there we go. We have the 0.5. So now we're going to go with some Gaia Notes color. This Frame Arms Girl color. We're going to paint bigger pieces. And then we're going to move on to the larger piece and the thicker paint. And then we will wrap this up. I like the looks on all the pictures are here. Sometimes my hand hits the chuck, so I flip it that way. With the shape of this handle, it happens to not rub me. It's in a good spot, so I can leave it that way. All right, we're going to go back in and put the protective cap so I don't stab myself. And that's it. About a minute and a half, we are good to go. All right, let me mix this up. I'll meet you back at the booth. We're going to paint these 2 larger pieces and go over the results. All right, my friends, here we are, the Gaia Notes Frame Arms Girl. What is that? Style It Armor Blue. Great, great color. So let's show you how it can cover a medium to large size surface. Where am I at pressure here? 18 psi, looks like 20. And look at that, we are done. Beautiful. All right, let's look at this rudder. Let's go ahead. And there we go. Look at that. We are done. We covered both pieces in about 14 seconds. Yeah. All right. So, let's see. Let's get another piece of cardboard. Hold on. See what size this gives us. See, when I'm coming close, you're going to get the heavier. I got to pull the trigger way back. See that? And that's what you're going to get. It's a much more paint coming out. So there you go. That is the 0.5. All right, I'll clean this out. I will switch the needle. We'll come back and we're going to do some primer and that ultra thick paint. Wait till you see that test. It's coming right up. All right, guys, I just swapped it out for the 0.7 millimeter. We're going to go with E7's primer, black. I'll put on a glove because I'm going to hold the end of this wing here. And we're going to go that route. All right, I got this set for, let me see what the pressure is set for here. 25. You don't even have to go that high, that's for sure, because the nozzle is so big, you know. And doing a kit this big, to be able to paint these wide mass surface, this huge surface, is a godsend, because these you don't want to use spray cans on these quality kits, you know. You want to really airbrush. Don't lose any detail. And there we are, it is covered. We'll let that dry. I'll grab a spoon and let's see how fast it covers that. The real test will be the thick paints, which is coming up. What I should do is get a bunch of these spoons done behind the scenes there, so I have prime spoons ready to go, you know. And there you go, nice and wide, nice and smooth. And if you're coming close, it really, if you're coming close, you only have to do one shot across. It's done. I'll do that again. And the atomization is so good that it's not, the paint isn't getting ruined being this close with a 0.7 and a 25 psi covered. How great is that? See, I was going far back like this, but if you're coming close, you don't, like I said, you don't have to do the doubling up. We're done. It's done. So let me clean this out and wait till you see this next test with these thick paints, how good this performs with that, and then we'll wrap up the test. All right, guys, coming up to the final test. Stay tuned at the bench because I got a special announcement about some accessories that are coming next week for Swallowtail and your other airbrushes, and that's another exciting announcement. I shook this up. This is a beautiful color, pearl teal from Wicked Colors. These are always tricky for me to paint because they never would spray through a normal airbrush. You gotta thin them down, and I've seen them sprayed out of the bottle or painted out of the bottle, and then I've seen them thinned. They kind of look different. They kind of ran a little bit. They bubbled up. They were tricky. It took me a long time to get these down, how to spray them right. But I knew the best way was straight out of an airbrush, straight out of the bottle. But I needed a large needle for that. I have it now with this 0.7 with the special nozzle that this is. That's really efficient. Check this out. I shook it up. We're going to go straight in. Watch how thick this stuff is. Can you see that? Put a bunch in that I don't think we're going to need. It doesn't even run. Look. Now, no more worries. Check this out. Oh, I got to turn up the pressure. Hold on, guys. They recommend a 30 psi. I would never be able to spray this ever straight out like that. Check it out. And then touch it. It is awesome. It doesn't dry super shiny. It actually dries a semi. These are kind of like auto grade paints. They need a clear coat on top, which I don't mind. I just put the 2K over these type of paints all the time anyway. But yeah, I mean, you saw how thick this is. I have a bunch of these. Apply straight from the bottle or thin with 41011. And it never got the quality or the exact look when I thinned it. And now I get the exact look of the bottle. Look at that. Really happy with that. That's where the 0.7 is going to come in handy with this. So let's head back to the bench. We'll wrap it up. We'll show you the results. Tell you about the other announcement coming. All right, my friends, here we are at the bench with the results with the 0.28 needle. This is the result. Look at how smooth. All right, we sprayed a tiny Gunpla piece. And then we sprayed chrome. Look at that. And I sprayed the spoon off camera with it. Check that out. That's the 0.28. We step up to the 0.5 with medium-sized pieces. Look at that. And here's what it looked like originally. It's a greenish gray color. Here it is on this rudder. It covered it beautifully. Look at that Gaia paint. Isn't that awesome? Of course, this is the prerequisite covering of the spoon. Look at how good and smooth it atomizes the paint. It is beautiful. And now, oh, let me get the wing. It's behind me. Let me pause the camera. The giant wing I painted. Sorry, guys, it was right behind me. I paused the camera for 1 second. E7. I do like this primer quite a bit. I like the Moto primer. A lot of the primers are really good. And look at that. We covered this surface in about 2 seconds. There is not a flaw. Look at this. How beautifully did it cover this? The original color. Look at that. And here's the spoon. Just laid it down again. This is as smooth as silk. And the real test with the large needle was if I can spray this Wicked Colors stuff straight out of the jar, which is really tough. You saw me pouring it in. It is thick. Check it out. Out of the jar. I told you it's kind of a semi-gloss once it dries, and it needs to have a clear put over it. But that's all right. I do like that, because that's how I do most of my cards. Anyway, these are kind of car colors. Look at that. Straight out of the jar with the 0.7 millimeter needle and nozzle. That is awesome. Finally, I can spray that stuff without any worries. And there you go. That is the test. I showed you all 3 needles. I showed you how to clean it, how to change them. It is a wonderful airbrush. I want to thank Gaahleri for really putting this together. And the name Swallowtail is from a rare butterfly and kind of the shape of the airbrush. is where it comes from. You can see the color that matches. And yeah, thanks guys. This really is a collaborative edition. It really is a wonderful airbrush. It does it all. My goal was to keep the price down there, and at 120, they really did keep the price down there. The good news is the discount code. You guys are going to get it for 20% off, making it 99 bucks. Free shipping. Anything over 80 bucks on the site will be free shipping. Free shipping and 99 bucks. You cannot beat this airbrush at that price point. And I'm glad for you guys to actually try this and let me know what you think. I told you I have a special announcement to make. This is not the actual stand, but I'm going to have, coming out next week, airbrush stands. My name on it on the bottom. I'll have Barbatos-Rex, and they're going to be numbered. And to make them a little special, we numbered them. So yeah, that is coming out next week. I'll make the announcement. Also next week, are you ready? Fan cap is coming out for the Swallowtail. This isn't the exact one, the prototype, and but they are in production now. They will be ready next week. We are very excited to release that too, exclusive to this airbrush. A fan cap, so if you want to paint, pieces like this without getting a cone pattern, a nice flat pattern, or if you're like me, you paint car models quite a bit. Fan patterns are beautiful, just like spray guns. It covers the whole side in one sweep. Very excited to introduce the fan cap and the airbrush stand. All coming next week. All right, guys, I'm choking up as I am totally excited. It took a long time to get this airbrush out. Let me pause this camera. I'll talk to you directly into the lens here, and we'll wrap this up. All right, guys, here I am to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Here it is, the Barbatos-Rex Gaahleri Co-Artist Collaborative Edition airbrush. I'll have a link below where you guys can click on it, order yours, and let me know what you think. I'm pretty proud of this. I know you guys are going to love it. It's awesome. It's good looking. It's even a nice looking piece on the shelf, which is great. You can tell I like to display everything here. Even my paints are on display. So as far as displaying things, it's a big deal for me. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. God bless you all. You guys have been fantastic fans of the channel. You guys are just so kind, and all your comments, and it really is appreciated. You guys are awesome. I know we're going to make the 100,000. We're going to make it. I know we are, but I think I might do the big giveaway for Christmas. I'm still deciding, instead of waiting for the 100,000, which could take a couple months. And Christmas would be it would be a nice gift. You know what I mean? It would be a nice gift. And I'm talking the full bore. I'm talking an airbrush, a Swallowtail, a compressor, an air booth, a spray booth, some paints, everything, a kit, nippers. I'll throw it all in the box. It'll be a giant box, like Santa dropped it out of the sky. Anyway, guys, that is all for now. Anyway, thank you so much. Like I said, I'll put the link below. I'll have a coupon code below. I'm not sure if you even need one, but I think I will have a coupon code for you. And I believe it's free shipping too, because it's over 80 bucks, and they offer free shipping on anything over 80 bucks. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Grab one. Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful rest of the day. God bless you all. We'll see you in the next video.